So, like always, I want to take you inside so you can see the boot camp. I want you to see what's inside, what's included, what to expect. So, let's dive in. So, here we are inside our program. This is Academy 3.0. If you have not seen it before, this is what it looks like. You have it divided into 3 sections: foundation, marketing, and bidding. But today, what we're going to focus on is where we want you to start. We want you to start in Bootcamp. So let's go in and let's see what we're finding. So like I said, these were 5 days. 5 very long days. And I say long because when people think of webinar, people think of a boot camp, they think it's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour tops. But if you know Eric, there's nothing 30 minutes. So these are 4-hour days. Like you see, 3 hours, 58 minutes for day 1. Day 2, you have another 3.5 hours. So most of these videos are about 4 hours long. Now, in those 4 hours, what is it that you're going to hit? What is it that you're going to learn? Because that's the important part. So for day 1, as you see, it says 5 must-have team members. So think about that. What are the 5 people that you ultimately need in your business or in your client's business that are going to make this a success? We're going to need, and just to give you a rundown, business development, admin, payroll person, proposal writer, project manager, project executive. Now, what about, now that you know that, what are going to be their roles and responsibilities? Because you could have them with titles, but what do they need to do? How are you going to fill those gaps? So all of that is in day 1. Yes, I told you it starts off quick and hard. So just from the get-go, you're already putting these people in your mind together. So you have the lesson, but we also give you those slides. Eric put together the slides, and even in just day 1, there's 64 slides. Think about those people that you're going to need. Think about those pillars of success. Think of those questions that you need to be asking yourself. All of that is in here. Also, they used to have homework. I want you to take the time to learn, but also to take action, because in order to fully understand a concept, you have to do something in order to show that understanding. You have homework the first day. So here it is. You are going to build your company's org chart. And if you're a consultant, don't worry, we have that covered as well. That all is just day 1. We still have 4 more days to go. Day 2, we took a little bit of a twist here because mindset. We believe that mindset is very, very important. Mindset is one of those things that it's going to make you or break you. We had to make sure that your mind is in the correct space, that you're focused, that you have that belief and that faith in yourself that you're going to make this possible. Day 2, and let me tell you, day 2, these videos are awesome, not only that because they're full of information, but if you go into this, you're going to see those little blue dots. Those little blue dots are chapters. Yes, chapters. We took the time and we have them broken down into chapters. Able to take a look at what we talked about, like Bootcamp day 1 review. Then we go into different stories, having a desire and a plan, belief as a state of mind, Colin's business. You have so many things in here. We broken down into the chapters. So here we are, day 2. Like I said, you're always going to have those slides. The slides here are 82 pages. Yes. Make the strongest team possible, which was your recap, because the day before we did the people that you're going to need. So first you get a recap, and then you're going to start looking at the homework. Did you build your organizational chart? So it's a lot of information and it's a lot of stuff, but you have all that negative versus positive thoughts. We just talked about that. Faith, self-confidence formula, your greatest weakness, things like that. You also are going to have a homework assignment. And Now let's go on to day 3. How strong is your current team? It's time to look inwards. See who is part of your team. See those things. Here's the lesson. And it's 4 hours and 13 minutes. Here are all your chapters. And then we have all your slides. And like I said, these are not like just a few slides, 109, because we have to review. And then we go into the lesson. Here is your lesson. How strong is your team? We're going to look at your capability statement reviews. Make sure that you are showing your team is strong and capable and able to perform all these things. And you have your homework activity. Day 4. Who's got my money? Yes, day 4 is very, very important. Day 4 goes into who has your money. This is where the marketing, the research comes into place, because you have to have a very strong target market list. You have to have a strong person that does your research. Why? Because that is what's going to set you up for success. You have to call those people. They go into all of that. Here are your chapters. Let's go into your chapters, emails, phone calls. We're going to go into wrong selection of association of business, dumb students versus smart students, getting people to do things you need. It's going to, and as you see, it's being separated into 3 parts. Here's another, the second part, and here's the third part. And everything, like we said, is divided into chapters for you. Here is your activity, your homework. Yes, you have to do the homework. Why? Because it makes a difference. You're putting all that knowledge you just gained into action. And for me, if I do something, it's the best way to remember how to do it. Look at this quote. Reading and memorizing isn't going to do you any good. It's application and understanding that is going to make the difference. Here we go into day number 5, our last day. It's negotiate and make money. Yes, we negotiate our bids. That is what we want to teach you. We don't want you to get so overwhelmed that you're going to bid everything you find on Sam, and you get no positive results back. It's just going to burn you out. Trust me. Those will burn you out. We want to teach you how to negotiate those prices. We want to teach you how you're going to get those contracts that nobody even heard about, because that's what you always hear us talk about. 3 hours and a half. Here are all your chapters, putting your proposal together. First, creating your proposal team. Bid or no bid. Make sure that you are able to do all this. Reaching out to subs, a quality control plan, a bid cost breakdown, asking for help, IDIQ submissions, teaming agreements. It's a lot, and you're going to need all this information. You're going to need all this knowledge. I promise you. You might not think so right now, but later on as you go through your journey, you're going to need all this. Here are the slides and, of course, your homework. There you guys have it. This is Bootcamp. Yes, 5 very intense days, 5 very intense lessons. But the great thing is that it gives you that overview of everything you're going to need. It gives you that overview from start to finish. Make sure that you have that mindset, that you have all that in your head to know what is it going to take. Now that you are determined and you know the big picture, now we could dive deeper into how do I create a team? How do I find a team? How do I have a great capability statement? That is where we start, big picture. Now we have to go into those details, and that is where you start going through Academy 3.0. There you guys have it, Bootcamp. The first place we want you to go when you start the journey into our Academy 3.0.